Yeah, I've only got 5, Dan, which is pretty low for us. We haven't had 5 this year, as low as 5. They range from 400 up to 849. Very nice properties, all of them. So if you're in the Bay and you're looking for a good opportunity, come and talk to us.
To those, for sure. And I mean, numbers are low because we'll talk about it later. We're fully booked up. So the holiday rented ones we just can't get into, or very difficult to get into. So if you're coming up to the Bay to look at some properties, you get some bookings booked in with an agent before you come. Don't necessarily expect that you can just turn up on Saturday and just inspect anything and everything, because it's not always possible. So get in touch with one of the team here and they'll get some appointments organised. Barry, you're going to talk to us some property news, some real property news this week, some proposed changes to lending.
Yes, Dan. Yeah, lending changes. Josh Frydenberg, the Federal Treasurer, has made an announcement that he's proposing to ease the lending restrictions with the banks and financial institutions. We went through a stage after the Royal Commission where lending tightened up to the point,
more than just a little bit,
to the point where nobody could get any money, and if they could get money, it took weeks and weeks and weeks. So to stimulate the economy, Josh Frydenberg's proposed to ease up the lending.
Yep. Well, you used to have to tell the bank how much you spent per month on haircuts.
Yes.
That sort of thing. It just got too much.
It became ridiculous. It was Uber fares, how many times you ate out during the week, and so on. They're putting the onus back onto the borrower to be able to substantiate what they're proposing they would like to borrow.
And my understanding is so for the borrower to work out that yes, they can really afford it, and the bank will have checks that they have to do.
Oh, of course.
They've got statutory obligations and obligations to their shareholders, but as a borrower, if you're currently spending X amount, $150 a week on takeaways, and you're renting, in a couple of months' time you buy a place and your repayments are more than what your rent was, you spend less on those other luxuries in your life.
You adjust to the circumstances.
It's just a natural thing, and for the banks to have previously gone, well, people aren't going to do that, so we're going to reduce the amount they can borrow. It's just a bit over the top. And Domain's sort of suggesting that that'll increase the borrowing capacity of people?
Well, I think it's going to increase the traffic that we get through our open homes.
Yep.
And traffic creates competitiveness. Ultimately, with a bit of luck, it'll keep prices moving upwards. There's a trend at the moment that it's quite positive, that things are moving in a positive way for a number of reasons. But this stimulus will continue the flow with a bit of luck.
Yep. Well, Domain's saying for the average family, an increase in borrowing capacity is $70,000. I think it's not only that; it's also the time frame to get a loan.
Yes.
I think without all those extra checks and balances, at the moment, a lot of people are taking 4 to 6 weeks to get approval and all this sort of thing. So that'll be much quicker. That'll be a lot more effective that way. Bring more buyers in. I think some people probably give up just saying that it's too hard, takes too long. So now they'll actually get involved in the market. I think we're going to see prices pushed along by that, as well as the increases in activity we've seen in any case.
Exactly.
So probably if you are looking to buy a property, I think it's probably get a bit of a rush on.
Now's a good time.
Yeah, get in sooner rather than later, I think. So thanks for that, Barry. And on the other front, long weekend coming up, so have a safe long weekend, that sort of thing. The Bay's going to be flat out. Weather's looking pretty good so far. We're fully booked out. I understand all the other agents are booked out. I think all the motels, resorts, everything's booked out that way. So fantastic for the area that way. Hopefully all the restaurants and that are all kept busy, and
there's a lot of people out there.
There's plenty of people. It takes me an extra 5 minutes just to get out the driveway here earlier today. On top of that, was still the case, we do not have not one permanent property available for rent. It's the second week in a row we haven't had a property to lease out. That has never happened in my career before. That's back in the days when we had a handful of properties to look after, we always had some vacant. Nowadays we've got a lot to look after and we've got nothing at all. So if you've got a property that you're wanting to rent out, or you've got a property that's been on the rental market and you're not getting any success, or whatever the case might be, give Lisa a call, 4980 4400. We can definitely help you out there at the moment. One of the girls on the team here, we gave her a shot to move up her career and said you can go and lease properties. She went out and leased everything on the spot. Now she's got a better job there leasing properties, but she's got nothing to rent. She's definitely looking for some. So definitely give the team a call. If you're after a appraisal property, find out what it might be worth in the market today. Give any of the sales team a call. They'll be more than happy to come out and see you. No obligation there at all, but they will give you an honest, dead set honest opinion based on facts. So they'll give you some proper figures there. So if we can assist you, make a comment on the Facebook page, give the office a call, an email, whatever. Otherwise, next Thursday, 4 p.m, we'll see Barry knocks Scott off again